Hello race fans and welcome to the Pocono Speedway here in Pocono, Pennsylvania. This tricky triangle is the next stop in the Budweiser All-Pro Series. We are just 2 races away, including this one, from the All-Star race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. After today's race, next week, we actually go to Lowe's Motor Speedway where we will hold the Coca-Cola 600. That will be the Coca-Cola 600, and that will be the race. And that, we'll have the longest race of the season, and then after that, we'll have the All-Star race at the same track. We've got 40 laps of racing here at Pocono. This track has always been known to be a fuel mileage race, so we're going to have to wait and see on what's going to happen here today. On the pole, we've got the rookie Juan Garcia out of Joe Gibbs Racing. He's on the front row alongside the 53 of Charles Buxton. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the point standings after the Michigan race. These are the true point standings right now. We've got in first place Dylan Young. Second place Marcus Schuenberg, Charles Sanford down to third, Trent Dunham up to fourth. This is the real point standings, not the playoff grid style standings, but this is the real point standings as they sit. This is regular season points. Rob Evans up to 5th place in points. Cole Deaver 6th, Stephen Colin 7th, Noah Hart 8th, Matthew Rodriguez 9th, and Zach Rogers up to 10th. Kyle Matthews is 11th, Jonathan Zorline 12th, Trey Wright 13th, Sema Oskin 14th, Andrew Davis 15th, Anthony McCurry in 16th place. Then you've got William Brock, Seth Cole, RJ Bishop, and Christina Bell. That rounds out your top 20. And then it's Charlie Buxton, Harrison Ponder, JT Bryant, Nick Gunther, Sky Commons rounds out your top 25 in points. 25th points is where you want to be at if you have a win in this series in order for your win to count. 26th is Zachary Fitzwater. 27th is Laura Chun, who has a win this season, and she's got at least 2 spots to make up in order to get into the top 25 for her win to count. Dylan Poteet is back in 28th. Charles Buxton 29th. James Qualls in 30th. Then we've got to round out the points, Nathan Ormond, Henry Samper, Allie Rain, Benjamin Miles, Juan Garcia, Jessica Shelton, Stephen Pollard III, and Cody Lamas round out the top 20, or the point standings, 38th place. So with that being said, we're now going to go trackside, get the opening ceremonies underway, and get this race started.
Drivers, start your engines.
I think we're all good right now. Let's go. Start gathering the race.
And the engines are fired here at Pocono. We are getting ready for the beginning of this race. You see the firing heading off here, the pace car about to pull off onto the racetrack. And you see the starting grid starting here on the bottom of your screens as the pace car heads out onto the racetrack. The 20 car gets his first pole of the season. So that means that if he signs up to return in season 13, if I have one, depending on how my schedule is, then he will be in the Clash. This racetrack has but 3 turns. Turn 1. Turn 2, which they're about to come into right now. Turn 2 is just a nice sweeping corner right here. Right there. And then turn 3, which you can see up ahead. 3 turns. 3 different straightaway lengths. And the turns are all completely banked differently. You see the track facts now up on the screen here. We're getting ready for 40 laps of racing around this Pocono Tricky Triangle Speedway. Pace car is in. Coming down the front straightaway, waiting for the green flag. Green flag is out. We're underway here at Pocono. All 38 cars have made it to the green flag, waiting for these cars to fan out. Juan Garcia looking to try to get the advantage, but here comes the 53 on the outside lane. And it's actually going to be Charles Buxton that's going to take the lead as these cars head on off into turn number 2. Charles Buxton takes the lead. Now as they're heading down off into turn 3, treacherous, tricky turn 3, really flat. Oh, I forgot to mention too, stage lengths in this race being a 40-lap race. 10 laps, 10 laps, and 20 laps. So the first stage ends on lap 10, the second on lap 10 coming to 11, and the second stage ends on lap 20 coming to 21. The 53 is out to the lead here. We're going to kind of scroll through the field to see who we've got the stragglers behind. JT Bryant. And here's the winner from last time, Nathan Ormond in the 18 car. Actually won Pocono last season, one of the Pocono races last season, but here he is in the very back. Zachary Fitzwater back here, the 41, Jonathan Zorline, Dylan Young back here, Stephen Pollard back here. A couple of these guys started pretty deep in the field here, and we're just going to kind of have to see if they can get out and stretch it out to a lead here, or get up towards the front. Look at Kyle Matthews up here. Kyle Matthews sitting in 11th place right now, right behind his teammate Seth Cole. Kyle trying to get as much bonus points as he can. He's trying to stay within the top 16 in the playoff grid. Meanwhile, as they're coming through the front here, side by side, this is Laura Chung battling for the 3rd position over the 7 of William Brock. And she's got James Qualls behind her, and it's going to give her a shove. Now, Laura going to take over the 3rd spot. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong button here. Not too quite sure how the length of, or the strategy is for pit stops here, the fuel length here. I'm sure that'll be posted in the track info at the beginning. You would have seen it there because I do that post race. Charles Buxton stretching it out to a good size lead over the 20 car of Juan Garcia. Laura Chung is in third, and you've got James Qualls, who's under contest for fourth place by Marcus Schuenberg. William Brock back here. Here comes Stephen Colin trying to get underneath the 5. The 5 trying to use the outside lane to his advantage there. We'll see if he can use it coming into turns 3 and 4 here, or if the inside lane will prevail. And it looks like the inside lane might prevail, at least in the flat turns, but it seems like maybe in 1 and 2, the outside lane's got where it's at. Looks like third place might be under contest again. James Qualls looking underneath the 96 as we're roughly halfway through the first stage. This is the battle for third place. Ooh, I'm thinking I always thought they were looking maybe 3 wide right here. Thought maybe the 78 car was able to back out of it just a little bit. 96 car on the outside lane, not giving up third place without a fight, but now it looks like she's got no choice. Qualls moves into third place. And Marcus Schuenberg is going to clear for fourth, so drop the 96 back to the 5th position. Now look at Qualls once more. Qualls with a heck of a run on the front straightaway. He's going to challenge for second place over that 20. And we'll see if the 20 car gives it up. And it looks like the 34 car might be clear of him on the corner. It's going to pull up in front of the 20 car, kind of block both lanes. And now we'll see if the 34 can run down the 53. Halfway through stage number 1, James Qualls keeping it in front of the 78 car. These cars put a lot of effort into their brakes. Here we go. We'll see what's going to happen down the front straightaway. The 78 car going to duck to the inside. The 34 car has the draft on the outside. We'll see if the 78 tucks back in. Nope, the 78 car now battling for the second position over the 34. Outside lane has a good run. Qualls can't quite clear the 78 car. A little bit of side draft here as we're looking at the battle for second place. Marcus Schuenberg, who got his first win at Talladega earlier this season, he now takes over the second place. And boy, does he have a head of steam on that 53. That 78 car is the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Coming down here to 3 laps to go in the first stage. And here comes the 78 car to the inside of the 53, battling for the lead. And off of turn number 1, the 78 of Marcus Schuenberg is not quite clear for the lead. Here comes the 53 back on the outside lane. '78 car might have it clear now, and he does. Marcus Schuenberg to the lead. Now with 2 1/4 laps to go here at Pocono. Another car that's moving up, Kyle Matthews, who's moving up slowly and steadily. Started back in, I think, around the 14th position, and here he is now in the top 10, looking for 5th place if he can get around that 96 car within the next lap and a half. Gonna go through the rest of this grid here. Seth Cole, we got 3 of the 4 Hendrick teammates, Hendrick Motorsports cars up here in the top 10. And the 4th one isn't that far off. I believe that's 12th place for her. Yep, she's in 12th place right now, looking for 11th place as she goes underneath the 19 of Andrew Davis. Oh, we've got cars breaking off for pit road. Looks like they cannot quite make it, and that's gonna drastically change the top 10. Now we have all 4 Hendrick cars in the top 10. We'll see if the 78 car has enough gas to make it to the end of this stage. And more importantly, with it, if who's going to try to stretch it to make it to the end of the stage. Down the straightaway they go. There's the 78 car. Is he going to come in this time? Yes, he is. The 78 car coming to pit road this time. 5's coming in. Is anybody staying out? That's the question. Nobody is staying out. Now the question is, who's going to be in the top 10 as they cross the start-finish line? Looks like the 78's going to do it. Couple of cars making contact there on pit road. See, the 9 car comes across there. And it looks like the stage is over under the stage is done under caution flag, and it looks like the 78 car is actually going to be the stage winner. So, while the rest of these cars battle around for points here, your stage points should be shown in the bottom corner. And we're going to go ahead, take a quick commercial break, and be right back with the rest of the action here at Pocono. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pocono Raceway, and we have a caution right now on the speedway. It looks like RJ Bishop, Trent Dunham, and maybe Benjamin Miles all involved in an accident here. Something definitely wrong with RJ Bishop's car as the caution comes out. Beating the 78 back to the line was the 53 of Charles Buxton. So Charles Buxton once again leading this race. So we're going to go ahead and look back at the accident here and see what exactly happened with the 17 and possibly the 1. Oh, it was a big wreck. Okay, let's see what happened here. As the 17 car is coming onto pit road, the 16's to his outside. Now, it's very hard to go too wide here. So these cars, neither one of them trying to give way to the other. The 16 pushes the 17 on the track. 17 turns right up into Noah Hart. That's going to take out both Noah and the 16. And then the 23 of Benjamin Miles and the 41 of Jonathan Zorline just nowhere to go. And it's what brings out the caution flag here. Here comes the 4 Anthony McCurry. And the 77, who also gets involved. And Trent Dunham just got a scrape there. The 22 of JT Bryant gets a big piece of it, while his teammate just scrapes by. Absolutely horrible wreck, big time wreck. Anthony McCurry involved in yet another wreck, just almost like Atlanta, where it wasn't even his fault. So we're going to take another quick commercial break and be right back for the restart here at Pocono. And we are back here at Pocono. We are 15 laps complete of 40. We are going to get a restart in stage 2 with 5 laps to go. Here are your cars out of the race. The 47 of Noah Hart, the 22 of JT Bryant, the 77 of Christina Bell, the 4 of Anthony McCurry, and the 17 of RJ Bishop. And breaking news, under the caution flag, the 20 of pole sitter Juan Garcia had a tire problem or some type of issue on his car, and he has pulled it behind the wall. Unfortunately for the pole sitter, his day is done. These cars came back down pit road under the caution flag, and here's how they came out. Marcus Schuenberg first, Kyle Matthews second, Charles Buxton third, Rob Evans fourth, Cody Lamas fifth, James Qualls sixth, Jessica Shelton seventh, Andrew Davis eighth, Henry Sanford ninth, and William Brock will round out the top 10 as we're getting ready. The pace car is going to duck in, and we're going to get this race restarted with 5 laps to go in stage number 2. Here we go. Green flag is back out. We're back underway. Oh, the 78 car got a good restart. Kyle Matthews was sleeping just a little bit, and I think it's going to cost him as here comes the 53 down to his inside. We'll see if Kyle Matthews can hold him off on the outside lane, though, and it looks like he might just do that. Kyle Matthews able to stay in the gas, and he's going to maintain second place. We got a Ford, a Chevy, a Ford, and a Chevy in your top 5 as Cody Lamas is making his way up here. Now look at Kyle Matthews dove his car into turn 2. Kyle Matthews trying to take the lead here at Pocono. I didn't even see that till just now. Kyle Matthews trying to get up to the front, and he will do so. And he is going to lead this lap. James Qualls back there. He's trying to make a move for 5th place underneath Cody Lamas. Now, can Kyle Matthews keep the 53 behind him? That's going to be the question. We're going to have to see what the lap times are if Kyle can just dive it off into turn 2 like he did this time. 53 car has had a very strong race car. Started on the outside pole. Kyle Matthews, though, he's got his car set up pretty well. I wonder if they've made any changes on these pit stops here. Kyle able to keep it really good ahead of the 53, but we'll see as he go into turn 3. And for those of you judging me, yes, the racing line is on. Once again, I had a league. It's been a long time since I've recorded a race. And in between, I've had league races, and I just forget to turn the line back off after each race. So Kyle Matthews holding a steady lead. We've got 3 laps to go in stage number 2. Kyle Matthews just hoping he can stay in front of that 38 car long enough that he can claim the stage. But here, excuse me, I meant to say the 53. The 53 now going to dive to the inside of the 5 car going into the tunnel turn. Kyle Matthews not giving up without a fight here. He's still to the outside of the 53, but unfortunately for Kyle, the inside lane in the flat turn number 3 is gonna be the lane of choice here. So Charles Buxton moves back up to the lead. Now we'll see if Kyle Matthews can get it back. Let's see. Kyle Matthews ran a 50.69 that lap, and Charles Buxton ran a 50.32 this lap. So a difference in speed there. Can the 5 just stay ahead of the 78 car? That's the question. The draft really coming into play for these cars as the top 4 have seemingly broken away as we have another battle here. Here's Andrew Davis up here trying to get in front. And here comes, look at this, here's Nick Gunther back here as well trying to maneuver his way. Look at this pack of cars back here just trying to maneuver their way into this race, and these cars should be okay to make it this stage on gas. We're going to have to just keep watching, though, as we are on the last lap of stage number 1, or excuse me, 2. Stage 2, final lap. We'll see if Kyle Matthews can get enough momentum built up to see if he can't get around that 53. Kyle's looking like he's getting a good run off the corner, but will it be enough? We'll see. Will the 5 pull out going into the tunnel turn? Kyle right on his back bumper, but he did not make the move. I don't know if Kyle is content running second or not, but we'll see as they head on off into turns number 3 and 4. For the last time in stage number 2, coming out of turn number 4, coming to take the green checkered flag, Charles Buxton wins stage number 2 with Kyle Matthews in second, and the standings are official. Standings are official. Your stage points should be showing on the bottom left of the bottom right of your screen. And now Kyle Matthews is going to duck to the inside to try to take the lead away from the 53. And we'll see if he does that. And then we're going to take a quick commercial break. fighting it off. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with more action here at Pocono. Welcome back to Pocono as we're starting stage number 2. Or excuse me, stage number 3 here at Pocono as the 23 car comes back up onto the racetrack after coming down pit road. See the damage on his car. He's just trying to survive till the end here. A couple of cars coming down pit road at the start of this stage. We are probably going to have to see them pit at least one more time after this. And it could be a money stop, because if that pit stop does come, it'll be within 10 laps to go. Well, looks like Kyle Matthews is indicating he is coming down pit road, as well as the 53. We'll see who else. We'll see if anybody stays out. Looks like Marcus Schuenberg is going to stay out an extra lap. The question will remain is, will that pay dividends? See who else stayed out. Cole Deaver stayed out. Cody Lamas stayed out. Sky Collins, Charles Sanford, and Matthew Rodriguez stay out. So let's just hope that nobody comes out of pit road side by side and brings out another caution. Keeping an eye on all these cars ahead. Kyle Matthews will beat the 53 car out of pit lane. Oh, I don't like the 51 and the 34 car being side by side here. And the 34 car lets the 51 go by. He saw what happened before. And now here come these other cars down pit lane. 6 cars. These are the top 6 cars that stayed out with that one extra lap. Comes Trent Dunneman. Here comes Trent Dunneman again. 78 of Marcus Schuenberg. 4-tire pit stop. Keeping an eye on him. Also keeping an eye. Here comes Kyle Matt. I think the 10 car actually is in front. The 10 car might have gotten in front of Kyle Matthews there. The 78 car comes off of pit road. And it's going to be the 10 of Rob Evans, who's going to be in front of the 5 car. So Rob Evans is going to take the lead. Rob Evans has 2 wins on the season. It would be absolutely incredible for that 10 car if he were to pick up a 3rd win back to back. And look at this shove match out of the way. Dylan Young out of nowhere is going to take over the 2nd position. Defending Budweiser All-Pro Series champion Dylan Young, I might add, who already has a win this season at the Daytona Road Course. He's on a mission. He's trying to catch up to that 10 car. Look at the run that Dylan Young has. I don't know where that speed came from. He tried to make a move to the inside, but the 10 car was able to shut the door. Look at the speed. Dylan Young. I don't know where he was holding back his speed from. He muscled his way underneath Kyle Matthews. And now he's going to muscle his way underneath Rob Evans. And Dylan Young going to try to take the lead here. Through the corner, through turn number 3, off the corner. Dylan Young, I don't know where he sprung out of a freaking rocket ship. Look at him. He's the fastest driver on the track right now. Well, it was him, and then Nick Gunther just topped that. But last time by, a 50.21 to a 50.99. Just the speed difference alone. Dylan Young is a rocket ship. But now the question is, well, we know these cars are going to have to make another pit stop. But the major question is, will the draft come into play, and will they be able to pull Dylan Young back? That's going to be the big question. The battle for 4th place back here. Henry Sanford trying to take it away from the 53, and he will. Laura Chung settles out in 10th place. She got, I believe she got stage points in the first stage. So she's just trying to get every little bit of points she can if she drops out of 10th place back into 11th. Trying to see where everybody's settling out here. Seth Cole back to 30th position. Not sure what's happened to that 24 car. We're going to see if we can take a look here. Oh, the 9. Something's happening with the 9 of Jessica Shelton. Something happened. Something is happening to the 9. I'm not sure. She is not under power on the back straightaway. She is coming to a stop on the racetrack. I'm not sure if that will bring out a caution. If a car approaches her, it will, but we're going to wait and see if she teleports to pit lane. So that's good. That should not bring out a caution flag at all. I'm not sure what has happened to that number 9 machine, but she is no longer in the 20th position that she was. I'm not sure if she has somehow run out of gas or if there's some type of fuel pickup problem on that number 9 machine, but they're going under the hood now trying to figure that out. As Dylan Young is leading, we have 13 laps to go here at Pocono in the Pocono 400. These cars should not have to come back down pit road until sometime within 10 laps to go. My guess would be between 8 and 7 laps to go should we see cars on pit lane. And what's going to happen, interesting there, is we're going to have to wait and see as to what cars are going to gamble and who's going to come out in front. Because as these cars are approaching the 1 of Trent Dunham, Dylan Young is practically in his own zip code right now. Oh, look at Henry Sanford. Henry Sanford just muscled his way underneath the 10 car for 2nd place. The 19 is right behind him, following suit. Kyle Matthews falling back here. And look at this. Zachary Fitzwater started in the back, and now here he is within the top, inside the top 10, running 6th place, possibly trying to get more. Look at the 40. Look at the 37 cross under the 19 car. These guys keep battling like this. It's going to allow Dylan Young to pull away even more. 11 laps at the line, 10.5 now as they're coming down the back straightaway. These cars jockeying for position back here. Look at Nick Gunther trying to push the 53 ahead of the 10. Let's see if they've labeled an issue on the number 9. They have not done it yet. It could be a mechanical problem as we see a couple of cars, including Zach Rogers, on pit road already. Question's going to be is when are the rest of these cars going to come down pit road? Ten laps to go at the line. These cars can make it roughly 9 to 10 laps on a tank of gas. So this is going to be right in their window to make it to the end. Still keeping an eye on Dylan Young. The 19 of Andrew Davis slowly reeling that 2 car in. And I think the 2 car might be coming to pit road this time. He is low on the racetrack. And it looks like he is. The 2 of Dylan Young is going to come down pit road this time. Kyle Matthews and Marcus Schuenberg are not. Now it's going to come down to who can stay the least amount of time on pit road. As Marcus Schuenberg going to go underneath the 5 of Kyle Matthews. Schuenberg trying to take the lead away. The 5 car battling back on the outside lane. Can't quite do it. The 78 car going to be up, going to cut off the 5 car this time. Could see these cars come down pit road. Now the question will be, Kyle Matthews beat the 78 off of pit road once before. Could he do it again? I think only these two stayed out. Oh, no, here comes the 3 car and others. But look at this. The 42 of Matthew Rodriguez and the 48. Are they going to take over the first positions? They do. Matthew Rodriguez, he's going to take the lead. Now, the more these cars stay out, the less the other cars have to stay, the less they have to stay on pit road. So can Matthew Rodriguez cycle out to the race lead if he or Cody Lamas spend less time on pit road? That's going to be the real question. Up ahead, here's Dylan Poteet and Seth Cole racing. We're going to see if these cars can stay. Cody Lamas taking an easy way on the pit road. So is the 42. The 99 is coming down with them. There's the 9 car able to come back out on the racetrack. In the meantime, it looks like the 37 could have cycled around to the race lead. Could be Henry Sanford, could be the 21, or it could be the 2. We're going to have to wait and see what happens unless the 42 can get on and off pit road in a hurry. '21 gonna cut underneath the 37 car. There's the 1. So this will be the battle for the race lead because the 42 car is just now coming off of pit road. So this will be the battle for the race lead here between the 37, the 21, and the 2. Look at the 20. Look at the 2 of Dylan Young pushing Nick Gunther, trying to get him out to the lead. He's going to go to the outside. That's going to open. Look at Dylan just diving into the turn. Dylan Young just dove it through turns 1 and 2. And Dylan Young is going to pull ahead to the lead. Holy cow, did Dylan Young have a heck of a run in that corner. He sent it. Dylan Young trying to put an explanation point on his season 11 championship by winning another race here in season 12. Look at him just pull away. He's just pulling away from the 21 and the 37. Gunther, he's been so close to winning a race in the Budweiser All-Pro Series. He has not been able to quite close the door. Now he's got to try to reel in probably one of the fastest cars on the racetrack in Dylan Young. Let's see. Nick Gunther ran a 50.91 and Dylan Young ran a 50.78. The gap is closed just a little bit. But the question is, will it be enough? Will 4.5 laps be enough for either Nick Gunther or Henry Sanford? That's going to be the question. These guys back here. Look at Nathan Orman. We talked about him being in the back. Here he is after all said and done and up in the top 10. Kyle Matthews may not have a shot at winning right now, but here he is still inside the top 10 if he can hold it. Meanwhile, Dylan Young still pulling away just a little bit more ahead of the 21 car with 4 laps of racing to go. These cars should all have enough gas to make it. If somebody runs out of gas in this top pack, I will be surprised. And I mean really surprised if these cars can't make it. Gunther really trying to get up there. He's actually pulled ahead of the 37 car. And he's just trying to follow in the 2 cars line. Dylan Young really had to get on the brakes there. His tires must be catching up to him a little bit, as we now have a battle for second place brewing back here. With 3 laps to go, the battle for second place is on. Henry Sanford and Nick Gunther. Henry Sanford really trying, but this is going to help Dylan. It's going to help Dylan Young pull away more and more as these cars race side by side. Dylan Young in that Discount Tires Ford Mustang for Penske Racing won the championship last season in a dominating effort at Phoenix. He won earlier this season by winning both the pole and the race at the Daytona Road Course, one of his home tracks. Off of turn number 3, because there is no turn 4. Off of turn number 3, he sees 2 laps to go at the start-finish line. Nick Gunther battling back for second place back here. Look who else is on the move back here. As Kyle Matthews has gotten into the back of Stephen Colin a little bit. He's trying to work his way up and get a better finishing position. Get Nathan Ormond up here. He's trying to get around and get a good spot here. This is going to be for the 4th position if he can get around. Meanwhile, up at the front, Gunther still has second position. He's fighting it over the 37 as Dylan Young has practically pulled out to about a 2-second lead. I don't see him coming down pit road. I think he's going to be okay. Dylan Young sees the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Pocono. He's got almost a 2.5-second lead over second place Nick Gunther. You've got a Penske car in first. You've got a Penske-related car in second. JTG Daughtery Racing in third. Joe Gibbs in fourth. And I think that's Go Fast Racing in fifth. Dylan Young... Unbelievable day for that number 2 Discount Tire Ford Mustang. But here he comes out of turn number 3. His second win of the season. Dylan Young stamps his name in the playoffs as he wins here at Pocono. As it looks like the 6 car, unfortunately, had to come back down pit road. As we are watching the 41 car. Cruz celebrating on pit road of Dylan Young's incredible drive. Here we go, coming off of turn 3 to finish this race. Jonathan Zorline will finish, I believe, in the 27th position. And the race is now official. We are going to go watch Dylan Young do his burnouts and head to victory lane here at Pocono. And we'll be right back. And here he is, Dylan Young, after a tremendous second victory on the season. Oh, he's going to burn it down here tonight. Tricky Triangle, Pocono Raceway. He gets the job done. And look at him, just look at him. He's burning it down. Burn it down. Look at him trying to do the John Force. He almost had it. But a great victory for that number 2 Discount Tire Ford Mustang in that Penske group there. Dylan Young really happy. That's going to punch his ticket if he can stay inside the top 25, which I don't see him having an issue with since he's first in the point standings right now, I'm pretty sure. So Dylan Young going to back up his championship season with a win here at Pocono and a spot in the playoffs. Let's go get the official race results from Pocono. Dylan Young celebrating with his crew in victory lane. A great win for him here And, I mean, I don't even know where he came from. His car was, he started near the rear, but his car came to life after that first round of, after, I think it was like the second round of pit stops. And boy, did he have enough to come back. Absolutely incredible run for Dylan Young. Nick Gunther finished second. Henry Sanford third. Nathan Orman fourth. Marcus Schuenberg fifth. Rob Evans sixth. Stephen Colin seventh. Andrew Davis eighth. Charles Buxton ninth. And Charlie Buxton in 10th. Kyle Matthews, 11th place. William Brock, 12th. Laura Chung, 13th. Stephen Pollard, 14th. Cole Deaver, 15th. James Quall, 16th. Sam Oskin in 17th. Trey Wright, 18th. Ali Ray, 19th. And Matthew Rodriguez in 20th. Sky Commons, Harrison Ponder, Cody Lamas, Seth Cole, Charles Sanford, Dylan Pote, and Jonathan Zorline round out the cars, finishing on the lead lap in 27th. Trent Dunham, Jessica Shelton, and Zach Rogers all retired, or not all retired, all finished laps down. Trent 1, Jessica 4, and Zach Rogers 5. Benjamin Miles retired from 35th, and we were just talking about Zachary Fitzwater, and here he is finishing in a 32nd place, apparently with a gearbox failure on that number 8 machine. Man, that's a very tough break for him. He was running pretty good, up in, especially in those last closing laps there. Then we have Juan Garcia, RJ Bishop, Anthony McCurry, Christina Bell, JT Bryant, and Noah Hart round out the cars that retired out of this race early from an early accident. Well, these guys are going to pack it up and head south as we are going to the Charlotte Motor Speedway for 2 weeks of action-packed racing. First, the Coca-Cola 600, and then the All-Star Race. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. The points will be up at the end of this video. You will see where you are in the point standings, in the regular season point standings, as the playoff grid will, I'll only show the playoff grid with the last couple of races until the end of the regular season. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Michael Norman, the official voice of the Budweiser All Pro Series, and I say, until we meet again.